Stop telling yourself you need a six-figure salary to become a millionaire. You don't. In fact, most people making $200K a year are statistically closer to bankruptcy than a barista with a retirement plan. The secret to wealth isn't how much money hits your bank account. It's what you do with it before you even see it. Today on Wealth Root, we are breaking down the psychological trap keeping you broke and the auto-millionaire blueprint that can turn your spare change into a fortune. Let's talk about a couple named Jim and Susan. Jim was a regular employee for 30 years, and Susan was a beautician. Combined, they earned about $40,000 a year, which in the U.S. is well below the average. They walked into financial advisor David Bach's office in their late 40s, ready to retire. Bach was blunt. With your income, retirement right now is a pipe dream. Plan to work another 10 years and I'll help you save. But then they showed him their records. 2 paid-off homes worth $800,000, $1.3 million in combined savings, $150,000 in bonds, no debt, zero. They were worth $2 million on a blue-collar income. How? They didn't win the lottery. They didn't have a massive inheritance. They mastered something most of us are too distracted to learn, the invisible wealth strategy. Before I tell you exactly how they did it, let's look at why you're struggling. Think back to Morgan Housel's story about the guy driving the Porsche. He'd show up at a 5-star hotel in a luxury car looking like the definition of success. A few months later, he's back in a beat-up old Honda. Why? Because the bank repossessed the Porsche. He was broke rich, looking wealthy on the outside, but living in a prison of debt payments. We live in a society that sells us a lifestyle while stealing our future. You have to understand the difference between being rich and looking rich. The Porsche guy was looking rich. Jim and Susan were being wealthy. When David Bach was a kid, his dad took him to McDonald's and asked, "How many types of people are here?" David said, "The people eating and the people working." His dad corrected him, "No, there's a third group, the owners." Then he took David to buy one single share of McDonald's stock. That day, David learned that while you're out buying burgers, you should be buying the company that makes them. But here's why you aren't doing it: the lifestyle creep. When you made $15 an hour, you were fine. Now you make $30, and suddenly you need a better watch, a car lease, and expensive lunches. Your expenses rise exactly to meet your income. It's a psychological trap. If you don't kill this habit, you could make $1 million a year and still end up with zero. Your income level isn't the problem, your spending discipline is. Let's get real. Your daily $7 fancy coffee, that $20 lunch, and that treat yourself habit are costing you more than just cash. They're costing you your freedom. That $7 daily spend, invested at a 15% return over 30 years, that's over $1 million. You aren't just buying a coffee, you're literally drinking a retirement fund. People say, "I'll start saving when I make more money." No, you won't. If you can't save on what you make now, you won't save on $1 million. So how do you beat the urge to blow your paycheck? You automate it. Jim and Susan didn't rely on willpower. Willpower is a limited resource that runs out after a long day at work. They set up an automatic transfer. The second their paycheck hit, a percentage went straight into investments. They never saw the money, so they never missed it. Start with 5%, then move to 10%. By the time you get a raise, you won't even notice the money is gone. That is the auto-millionaire method. It's boring, it's automatic, and it's effective. True wealth isn't built in massive, flashy moments. It's built in the quiet, automated decisions you make every single month. Stop trying to look like a millionaire and start building like one. Subscribe to Wealth Root, take control of your automation today, and let's secure your future together. See you in the next one.